Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today coming in with a quick video. It's a pretty casual day today. As you can tell, I don't have on anything me made today, but I wanted to come in with this video. This is part one to my loungewear sewing plan. So if you saw my video, I'll link it up above if you didn't, the plans that I had. And so this is part one of the reveal of those. First of all, thank you everybody for the wonderful feedback, input from my last video. Thank you so much for those who subscribed to the website. I greatly appreciate it. Those who subscribed on Sunday would not have received, I'm all about automation, but I forgot to turn on the automation so you would receive the download. So I caught that Monday morning, and so everyone else who subscribed, you would have gotten the automated email with the link. You have to click on the link that says download, because not everybody wanted the chart, and I figured that with subscribing to the website, they may just want to subscribe without the chart. So you get the welcome email with the button box to just click on that, and it opens up in a new browser. Some people just wanted to subscribe, which I greatly appreciate, but for those that I missed getting the welcome email on Sunday, you would have gotten that Monday evening. So again, thank you all everyone for your feedback. I'm glad the video was helpful, and yes, I will do more of those type of videos sprinkled in here and there. Maybe once a month or something like that. I'll sprinkle something like that in periodically, so definitely look out for those videos, and I will have a follow-up for the lamination in a future video. But anyway, today let's get on to what I made. Yes, you read that correct in the title. I made 6 pair of Hudson pants for men. So yes, these are all for the husband. Let me see. I'm gonna cover, I'll show you the pair. I took a picture of him in one pair because they all look alike. Except I will say this, the fabrics, and I'll share what those fabrics are, were a little bit more drapier in a couple of these different fabrics. So yeah, we're not exposing that much on the internet, so decided not to show those pictures, but I will share the one picture that I have. And so let me just move over so I can pop up a picture here. So the 6 pair, and I'm going to get into pattern review here shortly. The 6 pair that I've done, if you saw my haul video, I think it was a couple videos ago, I had shared a bunch of fabrics that I had gotten in two haul videos ago. Actually, it was from Fashion Fabrics Club. Okay, so I'm going to start out with this pair because I have fabric from Fashion Fabrics Club and from Girl Charlee, and one is from Fabric Mart that I've had in my stash for quite some time, but I'll get to that. So what I made were 3 pair of jogging pants and 3 pair of shorts. And what I did was modify the True Hudson bias pants pattern into shorts for my husband. So no need to buy a whole separate, if you have this pattern, there's definitely no need to buy a whole separate shorts pattern unless the person you're making them for like a different style on them, but my husband is not that particular. So these fabrics came from Girl Charlee, and these are a knit, and so and they fit him very well. Now these were a little bit more drapier. Let me show you the inside. It kind of has that looped back, as you can tell. This was a beast to sew with in some respects. So let me see if I can show you. The fabric, if you nick it, let me see. I don't know if I can recreate a problem. I don't know. It's kind of unfair to say if I can't. Let me see. So if you nicked it by chance and didn't cut it all the way, see how those threads just pull apart? See this thread between here, that loop? Oh my gosh, that was so annoying when sewing with these. Now granted, these are super duper soft. but working with that loop back was a little bit challenging, especially if you need to unpick something, and I did on these. It was just a beast. And then it rolls up on itself really bad. So there were certain parts where I was trying to sew it and I thought I caught the seams, and this was all rolled out, and I had to try to unpick the best I can, because the thing is, you can sew this entire pant up on a serger, and the buttonholes you'll have to do obviously on your machine. But yeah, so that's the only thing that pretty much irked me was that if I nicked something, it was just so hard to just really, all these stragglies just got on my nerves. But the fabric itself is super duper soft, and my husband absolutely loved the way these feel. Very soft on the inside. So for me, the pattern calls for 2-inch wide elastic. For all of these, I only have in 1-inch wide elastic. And what I chose to do, because you're supposed to stitch at the top the elastic, and then if you're using 2-inch wide elastic, you stitch at the bottom. Well, I didn't, for 5 of them, I didn't stitch at the bottom because it didn't make any sense, because it wasn't catching anything, and then I didn't really like the way it looked with just this random stitching underneath the elastic. I just liked the way that looked. Oh, that's the back. And then the buttonholes, everything, it's a really easy make. I will say one of the things for the buttonholes that I would consider, because my husband tend to lose the strings or pull the string, and yeah, I know you can knot it, but I did that and I just really snatched it, and the knot still went inside the drawstring. One of the things I would do, if you have, you know, a little boy or something you're making these for, or even your husband, is using those little eyelet, the eyelet hardware, where you can punch the hole and put the eyelet through, and then when you knot it, it won't go through that eyelet hole. So that's probably the only thing I would probably suggest. I use this cording, so I ordered some more cording, because 2 of these I can't, they're all done, but 2 of them need some cording. I ordered this cording, let me see if you can see the name. This is from, oh, the name is not on there, but anyway, this is how it comes. This particular shop, I will list the Etsy shop down in the description box, but you can buy continuous cording from them, and they have a lot of colors. I've noticed they've been recently been out of colors. But you can buy, and it comes continuous. The thing with buying cording online is that you want to make sure you go to a shop that cuts it in a continuous cording, because there are some, I almost ordered from one, it was a couple Etsy shops that they cut them in 1-yard increments. And so I don't know what the point of that is. It's like, just, I like this. I like that it's all on here and you just take off what you need. This had 12 yards on it, and the color on this is dark taupe. And so I just ordered some more to finish in a different color to finish his other shorts. Let me get into the review. So the pattern itself, I won through the challenge Sew Man pants from 2019, if you all remember that. So I won those, finally made them up, and so for my husband, we made the largest size, because he likes things a little loose on him anyway. And these are, I would describe the Hudson pants as slim fitting jogging pants, not real baggy or anything like that. So they're more kind of slim fitting. The fabrics, I'll go over the rest of the fabrics that I use. The only thing I would say about the pattern, I thought it was super duper easy. The instructions, let me be honest, what I end up doing after I made the first pair, I batched cut everything else. And I used one color on my serger, which was navy blue. It worked fine for these. The only time I need to really switch out a color was for the buttonholes on my other machine, and then when I did my hem on my machine, I did change the thread on my machine, but on my serger, everything I just batched cut, and I batch sewed. And so believe it or not, the first time I sewed up the pants, the first pair, which were the olive color, it took me 3 hours or whatever, because I was just trying to make sure I did everything right, blah blah blah. Well, by the time I figured it out and batch sewed. I did 2. The next 2 I did, because the colors were similar, I probably sewed them up in an hour and a half, 2 in an hour and a half, and that's with batch sewing. So that is really cool. The only thing with batch sewing you have to remember is to remember to do the same steps you did before. Like, for example, for one, I accidentally put the pocket in upside down, and no, backwards. I put it in backwards. And so I had to do some trimming and finagle it, because obviously I'm not going to unpick it because I had already serged that one side. And I was like, dang it. So I worked with it. We got it worked out. It looks fine. But you can easily batch sew these. So I got these done in 2 days, 6 pair. And it wasn't the whole day. Like I said, it only took me, by the time I did the first one, it only took me an hour and a half to do 2 the next time I sat down to do 2 more. So not bad at all. What's also good about the pattern is the entire pattern is sewn with a 3/8 inch seam allowance, which is so super easy for when you're sewing on your serger, because you don't have to cut anything off. You're just pushing the fabric right up against that knife, and you just zoom all the way through. Very, very nice. The adjustments I made on the pattern is, because my husband is just roughly 6'4", I had to lengthen the pattern by 7 inches. And I use the lengthen and shorten line, and I lengthened them by 7 inches. And then the 7 inches, not because they were super short, it's because the cuff, he doesn't do cuffs. That cuff measured at 5 inches. And then I added an additional 2 inches on top of that. So that's where the 7 came in. And so there's no cuff on the bottom of his jogging pants. And then for the shorts, I just folded it up. I measured 2 inches below the knee when he tried on the pants, and then I folded that up on the pant pattern, and then that just became his shorts. So I will just fold them up. I marked on the pattern now I know where to fold up for shorts that I make them in the future. So super duper easy. These are so easy. The elastic, everything, you just measure out how much elastic you need. For the most part, I think 5 out of 6, all of the seam lines in the crotch of the shorts, the pants and the shorts are all matched up. And yeah, the only thing I would say I would have liked to seen different in the pattern is, now a lot of patterns have, when they're talking about the pattern pieces, it says, it gives you the pattern number in parentheses behind the piece name. So when I was cutting things out, I know what the front and back leg is, but for all the little other detail pieces outside of the waistband, I didn't mark down what piece that was. Like, what was the pocket detail, what was the which pocket facing I was dealing with. So I had to mark that in the pattern, so I knew, oh, that's piece number 5, that's piece number 1. So that's the only little stickler I would say about the pattern, is that it would have been nice if the pattern pieces was in parentheses as I was going through. But then once I got to batch sewing, it really didn't matter. But when initially going through it the first couple times, because I did keep the pattern next to me as I was batch sewing, but I only referred to it a couple times after I did them the first time. But yeah, they super duper easy. This will be his TNT for jogging pants going forward. So I made, let me show you quickly, I made the burgundy. This fabric is from girl Charlie. Again, beautiful fabric. We will see how it washes. I was nervous that with the loop back, I wonder if something got caught on it, would it snag, or I don't know. I hope it doesn't, but we shall see. It should be fine. These all have the drawstrings in them. The navy blue pair, which is really nice. This is actually, I had to pull out my my swatch book, because I bought this fabric in 2018, 2 years sitting in my stash. And I made, the only other thing I made, because I bought a lot, it looks like I bought 4 yards, and it is a 100% cotton interlock double knit. It's a Ralph Lauren, and it's 64 inches wide, so 4 yards. Real nice, real nice. And again, it's from 2018. I haven't the slightest idea if this is still available there, but the only other thing I've made out of it, I want to say, is a Rebecca Page cami, but other than that, I haven't made. It's just been sitting in my stash. And so the jogging pants only call for, because the fabric was so wide, so keep that in mind. Like I said, this was 64 inches wide. I only used probably 2.5 yards of fabric. But again, it was nice because the fabric was so wide. And so have those. And one of the things that I do for when I'm using cording, I put the tape around the ends, and what I do is use a lighter and just singe the ends, just so that doesn't keep it from unraveling, and it really kind of makes the end hard. And so yeah, I just singe the ends with some little bit of with a lighter. But yeah, they all fit him well. These are the ones I took a picture of him in, so I will pop up those pictures. And then I made him 4 pairs of shorts. So here are the shorts. Now this fabric is it's called the Activewear knit, 100% polyester. This fabric was a little bit tricky to deal with only when I did the hem, and that's just my fault. I totally forgot. For again, with batch sewing, you have to remember the same process you did before, do it again. I forgot to use my Sew Keys stay woven tape for the bottom to get a really nice hem. So my hem is, and I tried to press it really good. It's not the best hem on there, but nobody's gonna see it because his lounge pants, and he wanted some shorts like this to be able to walk outside when we do our walks. But this here is 3 different colors of the Activewear. I got this one, which I think is a holly berry. We have this here is a dark raspberry, and these are the 2. They, from a distance, they look like the same color, but they're not. See, they're not the same color. These are the ones I'm waiting on cording. So the color cording that was online available was a cardinal, so that's what I got. It's not a red, but a cardinal, which will probably match more to the raspberry. I got those, so those will just be waiting for cording. And then this here is a emerald, a bright emerald, and I just put it in the chocolate. Well, no, this is taupe. This is a taupe cording. So yeah, that is it. He loves them all. He definitely wanted pockets because he put a cell phone in there, or if he's lounging around the house or something like that, that's what he likes. This is how much I have left over for scraps that I might be able to use maybe for some kind of banding of some sort, or who knows, we shall see. But I put them in here and I will save those. But yeah, that's basically it. A really easy sew, super easy sew. Is now his TNT for jogging pants. He is really good because he got a TNT for a button up, a TNT for jogging pants now, TNT for some cargo shorts, and a TNT for a polo. That's pretty much all my husband wears. But yeah, so that is it, everybody. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Leave them down in the comment section below. Stay tuned. I should have part 2 ready, which is my stuff, on Sunday. Hopefully I should be done. If not, I'll have to squeeze in another video, and then next Wednesday you'll see part 2. But we'll see. We shall see. I am working on mine when you're seeing this video. So okay, everybody, that is it. Thank you for tuning in today, and you all have a blessed rest of your week, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye.